The Galactic Combat Academy's training grounds had witnessed thousands of species demonstrate their martial prowess over the centuries. The crystalline floor, forged from compressed starstone, was designed to withstand plasma cannons, graviton hammers, and the raw kinetic force of beings who could shatter mountains. It had never cracked, not once in 300 years, until Daisy arrived. Human Cadet Blackwood, present your secondary armament for inspection, Drill Commander Zix Thor announced, his 6 mandibles clicking with barely concealed disdain. The towering Krothene officer had made no secret of his opinion on humanity's recent admission to the Academy. Soft creatures, he called them. Fragile. Unworthy of standing beside the great warrior races. Daisy stood at attention. Her 5'6" frame dwarfed by the assembled cadets. Beside her, William Chen caught her eye and offered the slightest nod of encouragement. They were the only 2 humans in a cohort of 200. Representing 63 different species. Each one evolved for combat in ways humanity could never match. Secondary armament, sir? Daisy's voice remained steady despite the weight of hundreds of alien eyes upon her. Your backup weapon, cadet. Surely even your primitive species understands the concept of redundancy in combat. Zix Thor's voice dripped with contempt. Around the courtyard, chittering laughter rippled through the ranks. Daisy reached down to her belt and unclipped the item that had drawn so many curious stares since orientation. The other cadets carried energy blades, neural disruptors, molecular destabilizers, weapons that hummed with exotic particles and impossible physics. Daisy carried a hammer. It was a simple thing, really. 60 centimeters of reinforced carbon fiber handle topped with a 3-kilogram steel head. Her grandfather had given it to her before she left Earth. A family heirloom from the days when humans built their first orbital stations with nothing but determination and hand tools. You mock us with this display. Zix Thor leaned forward, his 3-meter frame looming over her. You bring a primitive striking implement to the most advanced military institution in the galaxy? It served humanity well, sir. Daisy replied calmly. The commander's laugh was like gravel in a crusher. Demonstrate, then. Show us the might of human engineering. He gestured to the center of the courtyard, where a training dummy stood, a military-grade combat simulacrum, capable of withstanding forces that would liquefy lesser materials. Daisy walked forward, her boots clicking against the starstone. She could feel William's concern radiating from across the formation, but she kept her focus forward. The other cadets whispered among themselves, their translators creating a babble of mockery and disbelief. The Academy orders you, drop your weapon. Zix Thor commanded. The standard protocol before any demonstration. It was meant to ensure readiness, to test reflexes in reclaiming one's armament. Daisy complied. She dropped the hammer. 3 kilograms of steel and human stubbornness fell less than a meter to the crystalline floor, accelerated by Earth's standard gravity that the Academy's generators replicated for the human cadets' comfort. The sound came first, a sharp crack like a lightning strike contained in glass. Then silence. Then, the screaming alarm systems. The starstone floor, that marvel of galactic engineering, that testament to the superiority of advanced civilizations, had fractured. A spiderweb of cracks radiated outward from where Daisy's hammer had landed, spreading 3 meters in every direction before stopping. Fragments of crystalline material the size of fingernails scattered across the courtyard. The courtyard fell silent. Impossible, Zix Thor whispered, his mandibles frozen mid-click. Daisy picked up her hammer, inspecting the head. Not even a scratch. She looked up at the commander. Permission to complete the demonstration, sir? Before Zix Thor could respond, William stepped forward. If I may explain, Commander. His voice carried the careful tone of someone who'd spent the past 6 weeks studying galactic engineering specifications while everyone else slept. Your starstone flooring is remarkable, compression-resistant, heat-dispersing, capable of distributing force across its molecular lattice structure, but it's optimized for energy weapons and sustained pressure. He gestured to Daisy's hammer. That's an impact weapon. Kinetic force concentrated in a small area, delivered in microseconds. Earth materials science evolved entirely around resisting and delivering such forces. We spent millennia hitting things before we learned to shoot them. Your floor was never designed to withstand something so. A Vrexian cadet, her scales rippling with what might have been amusement, spoke up. You're saying your weapons work because they're too stupid for our defenses to anticipate? No, William said, a slight smile crossing his face. I'm saying our weapons work because we never stopped being creative about how to break things. While you perfected energy shields, we perfected armor-piercing rounds. While you developed phase-shift defenses, we developed bunker busters. You built better doors. We built better battering rams. Daisy hefted her hammer onto her shoulder. Humans don't just adapt to the battlefield, Commander. We bring our own battlefield with us. Every time. Zix Thor stared at the cracked floor, then at the unassuming hammer, then at the two humans who'd just rewritten his understanding of warfare. In 300 years, no weapon had breached the Starstone. In 300 years, no one had thought to simply drop something heavy on it. Cadet Blackwood, he said slowly, his tone completely changed. Report to the Advanced Kinetics Weapons Laboratory. Bring your hammer. And Cadet Chen, I want a full report on human metallurgical engineering by tomorrow. He paused, looking at the assembled cadets. Let this be a lesson. The most dangerous opponents aren't those with the most advanced technology. They're the ones who remember how to fight without it. As the formation dispersed and maintenance drones swarmed the cracked floor, William walked beside Daisy toward the laboratories. You know you're going to have to pay for that floor, right? Daisy grinned. Worth it. Besides, I didn't break it. Gravity did. Take it up with physics. Behind them, Zix Thor watched the humans leave, his mandibles clicking in what might have been respect. The soft creatures from Earth had just taught the galaxy a lesson it wouldn't soon forget. Never underestimate a species that spent its entire evolutionary history learning creative ways to hit things harder. The hammer, after all, had built human civilization. It was only fitting that it would announce humanity's arrival to the stars, one crack in the floor at a time.